Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Taliesin May. Today you're joining me at the Winsladeparkdetailing studio, which is obviously in partnership with my detailing business, Taliesin's Detailing. Obviously, as you can tell from the intro, we've got this stunning McLaren 570S in. It's going to be here for the next few days, having a lot of detailing work done to it. I thought I'd do a slightly different intro on this video. I did see when I was watching a couple of detailing videos that White Detail's done something similar, where they done like an ASMR intro and then carried on the rest of the video doing all the detailing work, and I thought it worked really well, and I reckon all of my sort of subscribers and new subscribers would like seeing that as well. So let me know what you think of the ASMR type introduction, but for the rest of the video we're going to be a full detailing video as such, going through all the ins and outs of what we're doing on this car. I'll show you this car properly in a second just so you can see it. I mean, we're absolutely over the moon with it. It looks stunning. It looks stunning in the unit. It's been a really nice car to clean so far, and we're really looking forward to cracking on detailing this. Right, so we've got some holograms in the gloss black trim there. Can't see too much. There's a few holograms and bits like you can see there. So it's definitely had a machine polish. Don't know if you can see that, a few more holograms. So it's definitely had a machine polish, either from previous owner or when it was sold by McLaren. So going to aim to take out them holograms, enhance this gloss in both the colours, and restore the clarity back in the paintwork there. So I've got the right pad, I've got the right combination of pad and polish. So what I'm going to do, use the little 3" on these small intricate areas, get them all polished up, and then we'll see what they look like in a second. Right, so just machine polished this top roof. As you can see, it's definitely looking a lot better. It's hard to tell with this camera and this light, so I'm using the scan grip, which is a really good detailing light, to be fair, and it's also got a little magnet at the bottom so you can stick it to the ramp and stuff like that, and it's got loads of different settings. But the only thing is, with this light and this camera, it's hard to see exactly the defects. I don't know whether it's coming through or not, but obviously before in the last clip you could see the holograms and stuff, and obviously the holograms in there. There's still obviously some swells and some deeper scratches. I might give it a bit of a stage 2, because in some areas it does need to be refined a bit on the gloss black parts, but on the other painted areas it's definitely looking a lot better. But like I say, on the gloss black I might just give it another stage just to refinish it off and improve the clarity, because this black on there is really soft, but the other panels are definitely looking a lot better with no holograms in there, which is really good. Right, so just machine polish these gloss black parts as well. I'm thinking definitely need a 2-stage. These gloss black areas are really soft, so it's definitely going to need a bit of a deeper cut, and then the Koch Chemie micro cut on top, just take out some of these deeper swells and scratches, just so we can get these looking mint basically. Right, so we're just taking off these wheels. We've got it up on the ramp now, being extra careful not to damage the wheels. I've loosened them off obviously before jacking them up, and now I'm just making sure they're all fully loosened to take the wheel off. It is quite a scary process doing this, not going to lie. Like, even I'm pretty scared jacking up a McLaren on this scissor lift. I haven't put it up too high because I haven't felt the need to do that, but this is just perfect height to still do the ceramic coating on it, and can't get this nut out now. So it's perfect height to still do the machine polishing on it, take the wheels off, and do the ceramic coating on it as well. We'll put all them there. So we'll get these wheels off. Lord, get out of there. We'll get these wheels off, get them cleaned up, and then get them ceramic coated as well. Right, so as you can see, the McLaren is now jacked up and the wheels are all off. It's a really sketchy process. Like, this is the only second car we've had on the ramp, obviously since starting up, because the cars haven't needed to take the wheels off on that. And I actually lose confidence a little bit. It is a sketchy process. There's nothing more daunting than sticking like a 100 grand plus car onto the ramp and taking the wheels off. I mean, it is a really sketchy process, and that's coming from me, and I've worked on all sorts of cars. So I'm happier now that the car's up and it's all locked in and the wheels are off, and they're off with my brother getting deeply cleaned at the minute outside. I'll show you around the calipers and stuff, and the arches, just so you can see that, and we're going to give them a deep clean and hoover, do all the calipers before doing the ceramic coating. So These are the calipers. They are pretty filthy, as you can see there. It's just thick ingrained grease and dirt on there as well. Like I was saying to you earlier, the paint finish is slightly odd on these calipers, especially at the back. I don't know if you can pick up there. So here is where the paint's starting to fade, probably from the heat. Obviously this car probably goes some speed, and obviously the stop and distance on these ceramics as well is just something completely different. So obviously the heat that these get up to is probably just naturally wearing away, but we're going to clean these and coat these. But there she is. So we haven't jacked it up too high because obviously we still need to get to the roof to ceramic coat it and do various bits and bobs, and there's just no need to have it too high. So anyone that's wondering about our scissor lift, it's the Automotech AS7530. It's about, I want to say, over £2,000 with the little low profile ramps there, but they are worth it, especially on obviously cars like this. So it is actually a really handy bit of kit. I mean, it saves having to get the scissor lift, the jacks out to obviously jack up a car. Obviously just use the scissor lift to straight put it on. And obviously it comes with little rubber blocks. I don't know if you can see that in there. So probably better from this way actually. So they come with the rubber blocks where you just find the jacking points and put the car onto there. These jacking points on this McLaren are quite easy to find. There's two little green stickers underneath that tell you exactly where to put it. The only thing that sketches me out a little bit with these ramps is you can jack on this, and I just can't get my head around it. I just can't get my head around that you can literally leave a car jacked onto that, but that's just a different story. You have to excuse the mess here. Obviously we're running the Draper compressor as well, and we've got it all wired in. If you are looking at getting this ramp, you need to get an electrician in to fit one of these sockets onto it, and also fit single, I don't know, is it single phase or single bayonet socket to the ramp, because it can't just connect into that. They said it can, but obviously it's more advised to use one of these. And obviously you need oil for it and a compressor to obviously help get the car back down, because what we found was when we got the lift, we had no instructions, nothing about what you needed or anything like that. So we literally just jacked the car up, and yeah, we just didn't have a clue what to do. So we jacked well, we didn't have anything on it luckily, but we jacked it up just to see how it works and stuff like that, and then we couldn't get it back down because obviously we realised that you needed to get a compressor for it. So it's all these little things that built up. It's like buying a pair of shoes without the shoelaces. We just thought it was bizarre to us, but we've got the setup now. We've got the compressor, we've got the Automotech sort of well, main system that operates the lift, and obviously you need to connect it up to the single phase system or whatever it's called. I'm not an electrician, I don't know too much about that, but obviously do make sure, if you are looking at getting a scissor lift, make sure that you yeah, you know what to get first. Obviously compressor, you need an electrician to wire it in, and obviously you need to get yourself some oil as well. So now the car's on the ramp, I'm going to finish machine polishing the rest of this here. Cree's sorting the wheels now as we speak, so we're just going to dry these off in here. He's been cleaning the insides of them out there, so hopefully once they're dried off they'll be looking a lot better. And then as you can see here, we've put on like a disposable dust sheet cover just to keep the car nice and protected inside overnight, and it means tomorrow when it's ready to do ceramic cones it's not going to get any dust on, because we've had a couple of issues with dust, and we're trying to do as much as we can to prevent that as well. So if anyone's after this, we've got it from our local sort of parts supplier, but that's the brand, that is what it is, and it is actually really good. They say don't put this on when it's wet though, because I think it will just stick to it and be a nightmare, but this basically just sticks to the paint, and will obviously keep any dust away, which is ideal after you've just done a machine polish. Like I've just spent, literally it feels like the whole day just machine polishing this, and the last thing I want tomorrow is end up ceramic coating a car that's got loads of dust in it. So this is going to be in there overnight, and then we'll just scrap this tomorrow and put a fresh layer on as well. So now all the areas are going to be fully dust free, ready for ceramic coatings tomorrow. It's now literally like, let's see what the time is, where's my phone? So it is 10 to 9, started at 8, it's been a long day, but I'm going to call it a day now. I'll be back in tomorrow, ceramic coat these wheels, and then we'll be back later on during the day to finish the ceramic coat on this car, so I'll check back in with you then. Right, so I'm back on the McLaren today. I've been lack of sort of videos yesterday. It's just such a busy day, there's a lot to do on this. My head wasn't just in it to sort of video and do it at the same time, so all the wheels have been coated, they've been put back on. They just need to be torque tightened in a second. We've done the first layer of crystal serum, and now 2 layers of EXO are going to be applied, so I'll show you that in a second. It's already looking incredible, and then we've just got to coat the glass and they'll be ready for customer collection tomorrow. So it's definitely looking glossier. The wheels are on, the calipers are all cleaned and coated. There is an issue with these calipers, like we've coated them, and when coating them, the paint was just coming off, especially on this back one. So I don't know whether that's an issue with sort of McLaren paint. It's just really soft and it is literally coming off. So this caliper here we've done what we can with, but all of them are definitely looking a lot better. So I'm just about to do, see, look at that, it looks incredible. So I'm just about to do 2 layers of EXO onto the crystal serum light, but as you can see, like, it is looking so clean. It's all been polished, all been coated, so hopefully they'll be happy with that. So what I'll do now, I'll flick through to a time lapse of me ceramic coating this car. I'll show you the result after, and then we'll crack on with the glass. So I'm just doing the second round of ceramic coating on this McLaren 570S. I've done 1 layer of crystal serum light, and now just finishing the second layer of the EXO. So I thought, rather than do a time lapse, I thought I'd just talk to you whilst I'm doing it, just to let those who are not too familiar with ceramic coatings about exactly what they do, the benefits, the disadvantages, if any, the average price of a ceramic coating, and just stuff like that. But there's always questions about ceramic coatings, what do they do, big myths around them, so I thought I'd address any if there is. And if there's any questions after this video about the ceramic coatings, we can always do another Q&A and pop that question in there as well. So I use G-Technique, I've been using them, or G-Technique, I don't know how you say it. Some people say G-Technique, some people say G-Technique. It's probably G-Technique, but loads of people say different. It's pretty much similar to my name. Obviously it's pronounced Tavity, but people call me what they want, so that's easy. So yeah, no offence there though. But back to the ceramic coating. So I use G-Technique. I've been using them for the last 4 years since I've been doing this. But I am probably going to be looking at using different coatings in the future. Possibly we want to start using gyeon, another brand that I'm not too familiar with how you actually pronounce the name. But I do want to try a few different coatings out, see what else is out there, and then just go from there really. Also, there's loads of products, there's loads of coatings, people will tell you different things. Just from my experience, I use G-Technique because I haven't had any problems with them yet, so that's hence why I've stuck with them. The reason why I am looking at using possibly a different brand is because basically with this 5-year coating, say, you've got to go around the car 3 times, so it's quite a lengthy process to go around the car. You've gone around it once, you've gone around it twice, and you've still got a 3rd application to do it. And I believe there is some coatings out there where you just do it once, you put a nice ceramic coating on it once, and then that's it, that's your 5 years or whatever. Obviously you can have EXO on its own, which is a 2-year coating, but with a crystal serum light boosts it up between 3 and 5 years. So this customer's opted for the 3 to 5 year coating, just probably because if they're keeping it, and it's also a good selling point when it comes down to selling it. Even if they only keep this for 2 years, they can say to the next owner, as long as it's been looked after, that they've got another 3 years worth of ceramic coating on there. And then people sometimes love that. So the advantages of the ceramic coating is that it will help obviously maintain the finish of the paint. It's not like a paint protection film, so if you scratch it, the paint's going to be scratched. There's just no getting away from that. A paint protection film is obviously quite a thick layer, so if you scratch that, the chances are you won't scratch the paint underneath. Whereas this, if you scratch the paint, you scratch the coating, and there's just no denying that. If anyone tells you that it will be completely scratch proof, it's BS. I wouldn't believe that. The main obviously advantages of the ceramic coating is enhances gloss. Like this paint was fairly glossy to begin with, but this obviously enhances it a lot further, and it will maintain that for longer. Because of obviously the water repellency, this and the dirt repellency, it will help keep the paintwork cleaner for longer and easier to clean when it comes to it. So basically, what will happen now, loads of you will be familiar with it, the water repellency and the beading. So basically the water won't stick to this paint, and then when you're washing it, it'll just be a breeze. It'll be really easy to maintain, and there's not as much work that goes into it chemical wise, but you have got to keep on top of ceramic coatings. You need to change your wash methods in a way, because you don't want to be, so say this customer's paid all this money to have this done, they don't really want to just go get a bucket and sponge and start maintaining it like that, because it will just ruin the finish and there'll be no point spending that money on the coating. So the maintenance side of it, it's easy. It's easy for me because I know what I'm doing. I've got all the chemicals, the right chemicals, but if you're going to be maintaining the ceramic coating yourself, you need obviously pH neutral products, non-acidic wheel cleaners for any of the wheel coatings, no TFR or anything like that, no car washes. A lot of people who do message me about ceramic coatings is like, I want to get my car ceramic coated, and the first thing I'll say is, well, one of the first things I'll say is, how do you maintain it? Do you clean it yourself? If they say, no, I'll take it to the car washes, I'll say, coating's not for you, there's no point in spending all that money, which will obviously keep it cleaner for longer and easier to clean, but then if you take it to the car wash and they use a strong product on it like TFR, it's just going to strip the coating, it's going to be a waste of 200 quid plus. So there's no need for that. The other thing I also say to people when they ask for ceramic coating, I say, do you like polishing and waxing your car? And if they say, yeah, I love spending my Saturdays polishing and waxing the car, it's therapeutic, gives me something to do, whatever, I'll say, ceramic coating's not for you. Because basically the whole point in this ceramic coating is so it's easier to maintain, you don't have to polish and wax it for the duration that it is. Yeah, fair enough, you can wax it just to add another layer of protection, but what's the point? You spent all that money, if it's protected and it's still repelling water like it was on day one in 2 years' time, what's the point in keep waxing it? Obviously you can buy shampoos to boost the ceramic and just give it a bit of a lease of life, especially if you have been using some harsher chemicals on it. But it sometimes turns out to me that, yeah, it's really therapeutic. I love waxing the car on the weekend, it gives me something to do, improves my mental health or something like that. I'll be like, just don't buy a ceramic coating, because the ceramic coating will take the fun away. There's no point in waxing it if you don't want to polish it, because they can end up polishing the coating away. So you're better off just getting me to sort of deep clean it or machine polish it maybe. I'll stick a wax on it, and then they can keep on top of the wax from there onwards. So there's always that. So if there's any sort of mobile valeters on there or detailers that are, or not offering ceramic coatings and are thinking about it, that might be a good little thing to know, just so you can say to your customers, do you like polishing waxing it? If they say yeah, obviously don't advise, if they want to go for it, obviously then they can go for it, but it's just a personal preference for me. I want to try selling something to someone if it's just not really no good to their sort of lifestyle. Right, so as you can see, the McLaren is now out of the studio. It is finally complete. It's been a long week working on this. A lot of work's gone into it. It's literally had the works. It's had inside done, outside fully detailed, single stage machine polished, ceramic coated with crystal silver light and exo. The wheels have been taken off, the arch has been cleaned, calipers coated, wheels coated, glass coated, and then what else? And then I think that's about it, to be fair. But it's looking absolutely stunning. I thought I'd pull it outside, get some photos and get some video shots, so I'll show you them in a second when I walk around it. But I'm really happy with the result. Just waiting for the customer to get here, so I thought get outside. There's no sun, unfortunately. I thought hopefully we get a bit of a sunrise, see what it looks like under the direct light from the sun, and then go from there. But I'll show you around the car now so you can see the after result on this McLaren. Right, so that's McLaren all done. Obviously, you've just seen the after shots and videos of this car, and you can see how awesome it looks in the videos. It looks even better in person. Just waiting for the customer to collect now. He's on his way, so anytime now he'll be here to collect this. And then, yeah, just on to the next job after that. So, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of the ASMR intro. If you want to see more videos like this with the ASMR intro and the detailing shots after, then just obviously comment below and let me know what you'd like to see for future videos as well. Obviously, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on any notifications you can, and please do share this video if you can to all your friends and family and stuff like that, just to get the channel out there. Like I say, just bought a new camera as well, so hopefully the videos will be a little bit better from now on, and any ASMR videos should be a lot better because we've got a microphone and stuff like that with that. So hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm going to sort out my next job now. This customer's going to collect this car, so I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. Ciao.